right, it is Tuesday. What is it? April 22nd. And yes, we are racing today on a work week. That's crazy. We're doing ELDO Series. So this should be fun. Something I've been wanting to try for some time. I just, because of work, didn't have the chance. And today, well, had a few cancellations. So we're going to head over there and do our best, see what we can do. What do you think, John? What are the expectations on this race?
You said it's a crit race, right?
Yep.
Don't be last in this one.
Don't be last.
Yeah,
come on, bro. You got to give me strategy. Like, what am I doing?
It would be easier if you had a team. You're by yourself, so I don't really know what to do besides, just pick a good wheel and stay behind someone that knows at least what they're doing.
And furthermore, why you should get on a bike and then go ride with me.
How does that include me?
Because then you could be my teammate. I could do the lead out for you, and then you sprint and win.
I'm not that good.
Come on, guys. How many of you guys think we should get John on a bike? Go ahead and comment below and let John know, because this guy is actually pretty good. He just doesn't like to admit it. And by the way, man, all the girls like cyclists. I think we should get you like a pink kit. Like,
No. See, that's crazy. I don't want no pink kit, bro.
Let's go.
Pretty face car on 10. Body right, got her looking. My type, total spin that thing. I like what I like. 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 Ask him what he like about me. Body so petite, make him right about me. Claiming that he love me, gon' do right by me. I'm the baddest in the room, none in sight like me. Let him smack it, got him fiending, it's a habit. Silly rabbit, got a trick for the cabbage. Bad attitude, got him calling me a savage. He said that I mean, I ain't even let him have it. Bow your head, say your grace. If she really wants smoke, gotta blow it in my face. Got him on a leash, run the track like it's a race. Baby, do you really think you won first place? Showstopper, all eyes on me. Body team, now he wanna sit me. You tight, gotta keep it squeaky clean. I never write back, always leave him on scene. Pretty face car on 10. Body right, got her looking. My type, total spin that thing. I like what I like. 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 I like what I like.
All right, guys, and welcome to another episode of trying to get this whole racing thing figured out. Today we have ELDO Racing. It is April 22nd, 2025, about 5:30 p.m. Men's Cat 4 and 5, and we have a lot to talk about on this race. And before we start, shout out to Primos for the insanely amazing dope jersey, race jersey. This jersey was light, breathable, insane. Make sure you check out their website for the drop, because man, this is actually a very comfortable jersey. Felt good. I'm also rocking the Cat 12, Cannondale Cat 12, that I got specifically just for crit racing, and I'm recording everything on the DJI Action 5 Pro, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna do a video in regards to this very soon on how it's a lot better than the GoPro 13. So we are on the way here. To my left, we have number 46, Eduardo. I'm gonna mess this up. Eduardo, Edoardo. I want to say Eduardo, but it's not Eduardo. And that's number 46, and I think he's the one next to me. And I want you guys to keep an eye on him, because He's the wheel I should have followed from the beginning. In fact, I did sort of stayed in his wheel, but one thing about racing, man, is that very millisecond decisions, instincts, mistakes that you don't do will cost you tremendously. And it's sort of what happened in this race. So we're going to talk about it in more detail. Sort of a bit disappointed after the end. But overall, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. This is only my 4th race. So still a lot to learn. Endurance, though, I mean, overall, I'm feeling great. So, I've been putting in the work, the miles, training, gym time, VO2 Max time, Zone 2 time. Definitely feeling it. And the power, endurance, and all that good stuff. But race IQ is definitely something that we need to work on. So we just got a debrief here on safety, some information, and this time I went straight to the front, guys. I am not sitting in the back. I'm in the front. I'm ready, and we are about to get racing here in 3, 2, 1. Nope, we didn't get it right. There's going to be a whistle. Here we go. Let's get it moving. Let's get it started. We're about to start. Let's go. It is race time. So clipping really good. I'm feeling good. There goes 46, which is Eduardo, I think it is. We got 35 to my left. Or is he 45? Oh, no, that's somebody else. Who's 45? We got 45 Matthew in front of me. We see this kid take off here. And look, guys, right now I'm kind of just chilling. I'm really not, I'm thinking what my boy Garnett said. He said, hey, man, sit 4th wheel, 3rd wheel at the max, just kind of watch the game out. And that's sort of what's going through my head at the moment. I'm feeling good off the bat. By the way, I did not eat at all this whole morning until just maybe 3 hours before the race. I checked my Garmin, and my body battery was only like at 60%. I didn't sleep well, didn't hydrate as much as I should too. I still wasn't as feeling 100%, just like I did when I did the SLR race just this last Saturday. So, but I wanted to go out here and do this. I wanted to test myself. Good lesson learned, but at the same time, I mean, I just should have prepared a lot better. Anyways, no excuses on that. So back to this, I didn't stay too close to this guy's wheel in the beginning because I noticed he was kind of moving a lot. I think that really had to do with the wind. There was a lot of wind, so, I didn't want to, get caught up on hitting somebody's wheel. So I'm trying to keep my distance and keeping in mind that I might have to, doing a little extra effort, right, to cover that gap. But again, it's the first time racing with these guys, so I kind of wanted to play it safe. I'm still in the saddle, but you can see my numbers are going pretty high there. So, again, going for it, trying to push in there, staying in good position, and we're kind of just gliding here, filling out the field, seeing how everything's gonna play out. Once we got to this turn, you got some pretty crazy headwind here. It did feel like, man, I was pushing a sled. It was crazy. But again, I did a lap earlier, kind of filled out the course, so I realized that there was no crazy sharp turns. When I did do the lap, though, there was no headwind. There was actually no wind whatsoever when I did the course and I reconned the course itself. So when we got this headwind out of nowhere, it was pretty crazy. I felt very confident on this turn, guys. I pedaled throughout the whole thing, and it was one of actually the best turns I had. So far, everybody's kind of, feeling it out. We're doing good. A couple surges here and there, mostly small detachments, nothing crazy. As you guys can see, I'm sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wheel, which this is exactly where I should have stayed the whole time. I don't even know how I ended up just completely losing track of the game plan and, trying something else that ended up costing me. And I want you guys to pay attention to what that gentleman did right there. The guy that was pushing earlier, and as you can see, he moved to the right after pulling and just really just smoothly went back into third wheel, which is something that I struggle with the whole time on this ride. And you guys are going to see that I cannot get back in. And it was frustrating because it also set me back all the way to the back, and it was crazy pushes that I had to do afterwards. Now I see this gentleman here creating too much of a gap. I don't feel comfortable with that, especially because of the riders in the front, which we knew that Eduardo, first of all, he's a triathlete, so I knew he was going to have power. And then we have that other gentleman, the guy in the skin suit, that kind of took out from the beginning. So I knew to stay close to them, but I didn't want to burn my matches too soon. So kind of keep them from a distance and go from there. So now I see too much of a gap. Again, I don't want to create too much of a space. So here we go, and we have number, I believe it's 49 or 48, I think it is. That's is it 48 or 49? I want to say 48. So that's Michael right there, and he's in the skin suit. And this guy was strong, man. He was pushing. So I didn't want to lose sight of him, and I did not want to lose sight of 46, which was Eduardo. And 46 did triathlon, so I knew he was strong. Obviously, you see him there with the UCLA shirt. The dude had massive power. So my goal was kind of just stay in eyesight with these guys, because I knew that they were definitely going to get there to the end. Now, we see here, 48, Michael. Is it 48 or 40? I want to say 40. That's Keon. I'm sorry, Keon. Yeah, he's actually the one that won the whole thing. So Keon flips me there to go ahead and pull. Now, this is where kind of things just start going crazy for me. So I take a pull here. I actually purposely slowed it down because I knew I was coming into this headwind here. So I was kind of thinking ahead already, right? So strategically, I said I'm gonna just slow it down. As you can see, Eduardo, it's not Eduardo with a D, it's O, Eduardo. So he kind of comes to the side and continues pushing, but now I can't get back in. So I'm looking, I'm trying to fit back in, I can't. I'm getting frustrated now because I'm like, dude, Garnett said that was my gap right there in between the CV guy and the black. I should have jumped in. I mean, dude, again, small millisecond mistakes that cost you big time. So I went from being in a really good position to now I'm all the way in the back on this crazy headwind, and I do feel it. I'm still feeling good though. My legs are not hurting or anything. Endurance wise, I'm great. As you guys can see, my heart rate still fairly really good. I'm taking this turn here, which I already knew this was one that everybody was gonna excel and explode off of, because you get this little hump here, and as you can see, look, man, I'm gonna have to push crazy power just to catch back up on the wheel, because there was some sort of detachment there. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid. But I'm still staying calm. I'm looking at my heart rate. I remember looking down at my Garmin and thinking, okay, I'm not pushing crazy. This is still good. I could catch up. I'm still on the saddle here, just pushing up. Crazy headwind here too. Side wind, by the way. This is coming from the side, from right to left as you're looking at the screen. So I'm trying to stay in somewhat of an echelon here to try to get some coverage. So good thing that number 35 got on my side there to create some blockage, and that was Nestor Tovar. And so I'm trying to now kind of readjust here to gain my position again, and I'm doing this pretty fairly good and recovering good. As you guys can see, my heart rate is dropping. I'm feeling good. I'm not pushing too crazy. I still have eyesight in the front group. My goal now is like I need to kind of move there and be efficient here. Like, I'm not trying to go all out, but this is where you kind of want to do that move. This is the one part in the race track where I feel that you sort of had that wind helping you, and if we took advantage of it the right way, you could actually gain some positions here good. So I'm trying to get back in here. As you guys can see, I'm too much on the left, and I think this was causing me because I'm not drafting behind nobody. So it's really kind of hurting me instead of helping me. And I'm back to the same thing again. Can't get back in, trying to figure out how to get back in. I get back in again, and although I made that little advancement there earlier, I still ended up all the way in the back. And here we go again, doing the whole, you know, accordion effect, and the front group does a little push, and here I am hitting over 500 watts just to stay back on the wheel. And at this point, I'm not liking this. This is where I'm thinking, okay, I got to do something here. I got to move. So I'm going to start repositioning here. And as you guys can see, the guys in the front, I mean, they're doing a great job at pulling and just getting back in. This is something where I need to work on. Again, maybe goes back to the same thing, race IQ, because, you know, being back here was, look at this one. I almost went to 780, and these guys fall behind, and now I'm pushing crazy numbers again just to catch back up. And I'm just like, okay, this is not working for me. I gotta make an adjustment here. So getting back in the tail end group here, now it's a whole mess. As you can see, this is all scattered. Got everybody everywhere. The guy on the right of me, 41. What was his name? 41 was... I don't even think these probably are in the right order. Henry does a move later on that I should have stayed on him, and that would have gave me the push that I needed to close the gap. And you guys will see what I'm talking about here. And I think it's the third or fourth lap. Crucial mistake again, guys. Just knowing who to follow and when to do it. But yeah, man, he did a really good move, which could have saved me tremendously, and instead it ended up hurting me because I didn't follow him. So I'm back here behind Nestor now, trying to, you know, kind of figure out what I want to do here. At this point, I realized I did not want to get too much to the front because I didn't want to pull. But I'm also now in a position where I'm still sort of okay, but I'm having to work a little bit more than I want to. I'm not feeling as comfortable as I want to be. So again, trying to get here on a little bit of the side so I don't get too much of that, you know, right, left wing. We see Eduardo there, Eduardo on the right, and he's kind of just now recovering, staying back, chill. We see the bigger gentleman over there, which shout out to him, man, because towards the end, me and him were doing some crazy work to try to catch back up. So he's over there. He takes this crazy attack, and everybody sort of sits down. I decide to follow Henry here on this one. So Henry goes out, which I should have never done this. I think this is really kind of what starts leading up everything that went wrong. I should have just let them go because this did not go anywhere by itself. And as you can see, that was it. Look, and I put quite an effort just to get back over there. And what ended up happening is I ended up just pulling a bunch of people with me. And yeah, basically just, you know, probably, or like the term they use is basically just burn a match that I shouldn't have burned and should have just kept in my pocket for future use. So now we see Henry in number 9, I think is Vyashla. They're just kind of like done from that push. Or Robert, number 9. I don't know, there's 2 9s there. And Henry here is now on the front, taking this pull, and quickly switches over, and I should have never taken this pull. Again, like I said from the beginning, I should have just stayed further back. I take this pull here, and I told her I tried to adjust quick on it, but I couldn't get back in again. And here we go on the same thing again, trying to figure out how to get in that position, not working. See, there was a small gap there. You know, it's funny now that I look back at all these. Now that I'm looking back at the footage, I'm seeing openings that I'm all like, dude, I should have just jumped in there. Look, 45, 35, which is, what was 35? 35. Nestor left a gap there that I should have just jumped in there, and I didn't. Look, there's another one right there between CV and the gentleman with the purple jersey. So here I am all the way in the back again, and this is a very, very bad position, especially because I knew that they were going to step it up. Eduardo and Keon and Michael, number 48, 46, and 40, I mean, they just took the lead on this. You're going to see that detachment here real quick. If anybody is going to make a move, the move is definitely coming up on this turn here, which is turn 3. And the reason for that is the perfect setup to drop somebody based on that little slope. That's just my opinion, my train of thought. That's what I would do, especially because I have the legs for it. However, though, being in the back and somebody takes an attack like that, it will kill you because of that headwind, side wind, and you know, you're too far back that, you know, they got the draft that's pulling the rest of the group. And there you go. See, that's where Henry goes, and I should have followed Henry's wheel, and instead I'm here now kind of thinking I still got it. I'm not gonna go as hard. I'm gonna just, you know, kind of feel it out. And guys, this all stemmed from that pull that I did. See, if I would have never done that pull, I would have been part of that train there and capitalize. And we see the top group over there, the detach. You see it from a distance. So now there's 2 groups here. And I catch up to the second group here. We still have not that crazy of a gap to catch up to the other one. And again, if you focus on all black, which was Henry, the gentleman in the black kit there, he does a great job on sling shooting. Look at that. See, he went to that second group and then slingshot to tag along on another wheel, and there he goes, and he managed to latch right in the end to that top group. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of that, because there was just absolutely no way that we were going to catch him on this part of the race. Remember, this is where you get the back wind helping you, and they just utilized that and they freaking ran with it. So now it's Nestor, and it says number 9, but there's 2 9s here. I want to say it's either Robert and Nestor here, and I'm still going to try to make an effort to try to catch it. But man, I see them there. Look, guys, they're turning. A part of me wants to sprint. Garnett mentioned something that now clicks and makes sense. He goes, dude, whatever you feel that you're putting out, think of it as 10 more seconds, and it could be enough just to get you back on. And now that I think about it, I definitely had 10, 15 seconds more in me. I just did not commit, and that's what cost us this, guys. And here we are now again, a group of 3, and we are not going to work together because they're not going to take a pull, and I am pulling now. You know, I look back a few times. There you go. And they're just like, nope, we're not going to pull, bro. Get us up there. And look at that. I'm making another effort here again, and I'm just like, dude, this is not going to happen. There's no way I can close that gap. Here we see 9. Go for it. I'm going to follow him. And again, getting somewhat closer there, but we're not really there. Man, it's disappointing. This is where you get really nasty headwind. This was just, I mean, if anything, this was the worst part of the course. I mean, it hits you like a hammer. We're gonna see number 9 here turn around, look at me, and he's just gonna be like, dude, help me. And I'm gonna try to make one last effort to try to get us there. And guys, this just felt like pushing a sled with like 45 pounds on top of it. I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. And that was pretty much it. We're gonna see Nestor here try to take a pull on it. We're gonna try to get up there. I mean, it just feels endless at this point. Yeah, and then once we see this little hump here, guys, it's pretty much done. Yep, we see one rider down there. Might as well start collecting bodies here. Hop on. Jump in, man. Jump on the train. Let's try to work together. I mean, what do you guys think would have been the strategy here for people that have more experience in racing? What would you have done here? Would have been something you would have done different? Comment below. Let me know. Man, Nestor's going hard here. Look at that. I'm pushing almost 400 watts just to get there. Shout out to Little Mans too, man. There was 2 of them that jumped behind us. I remember at one point, 2 of them were behind me, and he said, oh, don't move. Let us stay behind you. That was pretty cool. All right, we see some other riders here falling off. Damn, Nestor's going. We're trying to get there. Yeah, I'm trying to get it. I think I was just, at this point, just kind of trying to get my legs back to see if there's any way that I could do one last crazy push. But I think that when we got to this part here and I looked from the distance and I didn't see nobody there, I was just like, yeah, this is going to be very difficult. It wasn't like SLR, guys, where SLR I was able to bridge that gap. And unfortunately, I did not record that. I forgot my DJI, my camera. But man, I closed a 1-minute gap, which was insane. But I did have wind helping me in the back. It was flat, and man, it was a crazy effort, but I latched back on. That was insane. But this was definitely not going to be the case here, especially with the headwind and you know, just the speed that they utilize when they had backwind towards them. It was just, you know, it was going to be very difficult. So, you know, Nestor here, done with his effort. I'm going to, you know, try to do what I can now just to finish this race. I mean, at this point, we might as well just collect bodies. That's what we're doing, you know. Take advantage of the scenery, the great pavement here. This is beautiful. I mean, man, I want to do this again, but I want to be 100% fueled up, rested, good energy and everything, and take on this, because I mean, this field is very well, I think, recently done. So it felt good. Bike felt amazing. Really loving this Cat 12. It's aluminum frame, disc brakes, but all set up just for crit racing. The whole crankset is all 105 mechanical, but it's running SRAM shifters for efficiency and racing. I think that's what the previous owner had set up, who did a lot of crit racing. So kind of makes sense though, because it was very smooth to shift, very fast, and I enjoyed it. Very responsive, very snappy. I like it. Held on when we did those crazy turns on, especially turn 3, and when I needed to explode, I feel that power transfer going in really good. So here goes Nestor, trying to take that pool again. At this point, we're just riding to ride, guys. I mean, who knows how far along the other group is by now. And we're gonna just try to pick up as many people as we can through the journey of this beautiful scenery of El Dorado Park. I believe that's what it is. It's like there's another one there. Go ahead, jump on board, little man. Man, these kids are gonna end up being pros. I mean, they just don't have the power, but the endurance, I mean, they kept up and they kept on going this all the time. When they latched to us behind us, they stayed on us. So, I mean, they definitely have the endurance. They just, unfortunately, didn't have the power to snap and jump on top of some of the other guys. But, man, look at this guy. What the hell's going on here? This guy just decides to ride his motorcycle into the course. Good thing I have my head up. The other interesting thing about this race course is all the gooses and the occasional goose dump that you would find on the street here. There's quite a few. Luckily, they were all sort of seasoned, you know, from some time there earlier in the day, I assume. But if it would have been fresh, I wonder if that would have caught a tire to slip or something. Anybody ever dealt with that, or anybody hit a goose? I did hear on the P123 race that the cyclists might have hit a squirrel. True or not true, I don't know. Overheard as I was finishing the race. But that would have been very interesting. So here we are now. Look at the speed, how dramatically it dropped. I mean, with the top group, we were pushing close to 26 miles per hour, and now we're at 23. All right, here we go. We're starting to pick up again. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of just trying to finish this race. My biggest concern was that I was either going to be the last one, and I did not want to be the last one in this race. Thankfully, I was not. In fact, when this race finished, I was frustrated thinking that was going to be the case. And I was literally about to just go on Facebook Marketplace and put my bikes for sale. Good thing is that on the drive home, went to the results page and realized that for sure I was not the last one. And there were some people that dropped. So I still kept my bikes. My bikes are still with me, and we are still going to ride. But it came very close. Especially if I would have lost to one of those kids, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sold all my bikes. All right, here we go. Number 9, giving us a good push. Doing what he can to get us up there, man. And shout out to this gentleman, man, because, you know, with his size, to push the way he's pushing is definitely not easy. So here we go, little man. Jump on board, too. Jump on the train ride. Let's go. Look at that. He's cranking, man. Here we go. It's like, all right, JP, your turn. All right, man. Let's see what we could do. Let's try to do some damage here. Not sure what more we could accomplish, but at least we'll look good for the pictures doing it. So we are gonna push. I think my overall output power, what was it? For sure, my average power was very crazy for this race. If I could go back to my stats, I'll tell you guys what it was. But I definitely broke every power, every stat I had across the board on this ride. And that's right now. Average speed was 24 miles per hour. Average power was, see you guys right now. Average power, we were at 272. Let's go to full stats here. Give you guys my full power. Max average power for 20 minutes was 297 watts. Normalized power 309 watts. So yeah, this was pretty crazy. Now keep in mind that this went from my total work was 646 kJ. You know, this is from me starting off with I think it was like 210 FTP, the last test that I took, and I did it both on a training bike and on my Garmin, 20 minutes. And they all, one came 212, the other one 210, so it wasn't that much of a difference. My VO2 at the time was like at 20, 25, somewhere around there. I'm sitting at about close to 60 now VO2, and FTP 297. So definitely huge improvement, and this all has been just in 6 months of riding. And many people ask, well, and that means that you should be pretty solid on your races and everything, and not necessarily. It does help endurance wise and durability and all that good stuff, but as you guys can see here from this race, there's a lot more than racing than just having the performance and the endurance to be able to take on it. I mean, clearly, you know, having the ability to know how to strategize in a race, how to follow the right person, how to not pull too crazy, how to get back in. I mean, those are small little things that it doesn't matter how strong or fast you are. I'm learning that it could completely kill you, drop you, and man, shout out to little man here, number 12, Owen. I want to say that's Owen Walton. It says 12. I don't know, this roster is all messed up because it has 3-digit numbers, but everybody has either a 1 or a 2-digit number. So I was number 50, but on the roster they have me at 250. So pretty crazy. All right, so we're gonna keep pushing here, try to get there. The young lady to my left there actually won her race. She was first place for the women's race, so shout out to her. Forgot her name, and I think she also does triathlons, so you can tell why they got power. I did tell her she wanted to jump here and drop behind us just so we can make this a fun group and finish strong. I don't know if she did. I didn't even pay attention at that point. I was just here trying to see if we could finish this race and at least get it done. So here we go. Number 9 gives me the nudge. I'm just gonna continue to now pull. I think this is when I looked down at my my Garmin, and I was just looking the amount of power I have put out. I was just like, Jesus, I'm gonna feel this here in a bit. But my legs were still good, not cramping, nothing crazy. And although I didn't eat as well as I should have and hydrated, and this is all due to work, guys, you know, I mean, we did the best we can, and I did feel it later that night when I got home. My legs were completely shot. Had to take the day off the next day from training, which was the day. So did some upper body, some sauna work, some recovery work, normal tech for the legs, double down on some magnesium, and go from there. I'm gonna do a video on all my protocol that I do for supplements, for recovery, and just training. It does work. I'm a big fan of Transparent Labs. If you guys have a chance to get Transparent Labs, very clean products. I do take their pre-workouts because it does have a lot of elements that will help you and support your performance when it comes to cycling. One of them is definitely, tell you guys what it is right now. It is
Let's go, little man. Come on.
your
Let's go. You got it.
beta alanine. Beta alanine. Alanine. Sorry, beta alanine. BEATLANINE. Transparent Labs bulk pre-workout has key beta alanine info. It's dose per serving is 4,000 milligrams. Very effective dosage backed by research for boosting endurance, delaying fatigue, and improving muscular output. So I do take their protein pre-workout and also their collagen. So I try. Oh, and also their creatine and their hydrate for electrolytes. So when I do race, I do mix 1 scoop of the creatine and 1 scoop of the electrolyte. Does help with sustaining effort. Shout out to BRB there, Bros Ride Bikes. Just seen Mike passes by on the left. We're gonna see Eli here in a bit on the left. So this is the P1, 2, and 3 here now. And I think we're gonna just kind of jump on this train, to be quite honest, towards the end to at least make us feel cool. At this point, I'm like, you know what, man, we're pretty bad. The good thing is that a lot of riders had dropped already or had fall off, and I did not know that. So I'm thinking we are literally the last ones. That wasn't the case. So I'm like, well, there goes Eli there. He ended up winning this P1, P2, 3. And look at, one thing that I was talking to Garnett about is that look at Eli's position, right? He's in the back, and he was in the front initially because I seen a couple of videos where he was in the front, and then look where he's at now. Yet somehow he still managed to move up tactically and end up, winning this race. But it goes back to the same thing, right? Strategy. It's not just about the endurance, having the power and all that good stuff, but also the strategy, having a game plan, that you know what you're gonna do and kind of go from that. So here we are now, just getting a bit. We were really not just drafting behind them, but that essence and presence is gonna be there now. At this point, I'm just like, guys, I gotta do a move here. I gotta finish strong. I still have maybe one more match in me to burn, and I want to burn it well and efficiently. No, I'm not gonna race Little Man for that match. I did tell him, dude, might as well. I forgot what we were talking about there. He might have just asked me if he could just continue to draft behind me, and I'm just been like, you know what, man, jump on board, let's go, help him out. But we're gonna go for it here and kind of just finish off strong. And I figure, well, this is the last turn, we're almost gonna get there, might as well put in an effort, and I'm gonna just not fully burn my match, but give it enough to get me over the hump and, kind of finish strong here, or at least try to finish strong. And so, here we go. I didn't want to tackle on nobody's wheel because I don't know if that was allowed. So as you guys can see, I'm keeping my distance and I'm not riding behind anybody to catch a draft. I'm more of just kind of like, going with the flow, letting the essence of their power flow through me as I pedal and try to finish this race strong. So my goal at this point is just to catch up to Nestor, as you see him all the way in the front there. And I'm like, okay, I just got to catch up to Nestor and I'll be fine. I'll be satisfied with whatever the outcome of this race is, which again, guys, I'm thinking we're like dead last. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen. This is unacceptable. I refuse to be the last person on this race. So now I get off the saddle here, and as you guys can see, I am completely burnt at this point. I think I just slid out the last match what I had, and I'm just like, let's just put out what we can. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the ELDO Series race, April 22nd, 2025. Not the finish that I want, but a lot of lessons learned. Definitely coming back and prep better, feel better, and continue to enjoy this journey of cycling, guys. So make sure you subscribe, comment, share. Give me some feedback, comments below. And again, appreciate you guys for all the messages and the encouragement. And get out there, ride your bike, man. It's definitely going to change your life.
Good job, kids. ELDO 1, JP 0.